It is a pleasure to welcome you to the Port of Brownsville State of Port. My name is Jorge Montero, and I'm the Director of Communications. We're so thrilled that you are joining us today. Let me begin by recognizing our Brownsville Navigation District Board of Commissioners. Please allow me to introduce to you Chairman Esteban Guerra, Vice Chairman Sergio Tito Lopez, Secretary John Reed, Commissioner John Wood, and Commissioner Ernesto Gutierrez. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, I'd like to call upon Reverend Andreas Lewis of the International Seafarer Center to lead us in prayer.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we're gathered here together to give thanks to the Port of Brownsville, the port that works that by God's grace, working for our region, all meaningful employment vision. In Proverbs, the spirit of wisdom in God says, when he set for the sea its boundary, so that the water would not transgress his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was beside him as a master workman. And I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the world, his earth, and having my delight in the sons of men. We see that to work with wisdom is a creative act of love that serves God's purpose and is an expression of love towards our neighbor. We celebrate the state of the port and the many enterprises that give it life. We give thanks that our vision, diligence, perseverance, and cooperation and hard work are an expression of God's love and faithfulness that brings a synergy to our work and fellowship. Can you feel the love? The well-known line. Bob Dylan wrote a song, Make You Feel My Love. Perhaps you can hear the Father sing this over us. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue, and oh, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on a highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. We pray today that the Father's love that created us, Son's love that redeems us, and the Spirit's wisdom that renews and rebuilds us would continue to be the strength of our life and work at the Port of Brownsville through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you, Reverend. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Brownsville Police Department Honor Guard. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic that stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and Thank you. You may take a seat. I'd like to thank the many local elected officials and dignitaries joining us in the audience today. Please stand to be recognized. From Senator John Cornyn's office, Mrs. Ana Garcia and Clarissa Sanchez. From Senator Ted Cruz's office, Joshua Rojas. From Congressman Vicente Gonzalez's office, Brenda Rangel. From Senator Adam Hinojosa's office, Sig Silva. We also have TSC Board Chair, Ms. Adela Garza. TSC Board Vice Chair, Delia Sáenz. TSC Secretary of the Board, Dr. Norma Lopez Harris. TSC Board Trustee, Alejandra Aldrete. With us today is also Doctora Judith Arrieta, Cónsul Titular del Consulado de México en Bronzeville. Thank you very much. Before we proceed with today's program, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the unwavering support we receive from our federal delegation. Leaders who understand the importance of maritime trade, infrastructure investment, and economic growth for the Rio Grande Valley and the state of Texas. We're honored to share special messages from Senator John Cornyn and Congressman Vicente Gonzalez, strong advocates for the Port of Brownsville in Washington, D.C. Their work in championing legislation and securing critical funding has helped move key projects forward, from infrastructure improvements like our channel deepening, energy expansion, and support for our growing workforce. We are deeply grateful for their partnership and continued engagement. Joining us today on behalf of Senator Cornyn is Mrs. Ana Garcia, South Texas Regional Director. Mrs. Garcia will now share a letter from the Senator in honor of the port's continued progress and success.
Good afternoon, everybody. Wonderful here today amongst so many friends, including my dear friend Adela Garza here from Texas Southmost College, our mayor from Edinburgh, Mayor Garza, thank you for being here as well. Of course, our chamber president, Esme, thank you for your leadership. And, the board from our port, it's amazing that you put, the state of the city together today amongst so many, stakeholders and very important people. So thank you for doing this and thank you for inviting us. Senator Cornyn could not be here today, but asked that I read a letter on his behalf. It says, "Dear friends, I extend my appreciation for the tremendous contributions the Port of Brownsville has made to the economic development and growth of the Rio Grande Valley, the state of Texas, and beyond. As one of the most strategic deep water ports on the Gulf of America, the Port of Brownsville has not only positioned itself as a key player in international trade, but also become a powerful engine for regional economic growth. Your continued commitment to innovation, infrastructure development, and sustainable practices has created thousands of jobs, attracted billions in investment, including Next Decade Corporation with their Rio Grande LNG project, and has empowered local industries to thrive. The Port of Brownsville leadership in promoting excellence, fostering global partnerships, and supporting domestic manufacturing demonstrates a forward-thinking vision that benefits communities both near and far. I thank Port Director William Dietrich, Port of Brownsville Chairman Esteban Guerra, and the commissioners for their stewardship, which has made the Port of Brownsville a model of responsible development, operational efficiency, and economic resiliency. As your United States Senator, I will continue to support the Port of Brownsville in your efforts to shape a stronger, more vibrant future for South Texas. May God bless you, the Rio Grande Valley, and the state of Texas. Sincerely, John Cornyn, United States Senator. just a letter on behalf of the senator.
Thank you, Mrs. Garcia. Please extend our sincere gratitude to Senator Cornyn for his leadership and commitment to South Texas. It is my pleasure now to introduce Ms. Brenda Rangel, Senior Caseworker from the Office of Congressman Gonzalez, who will share with us a special message from the Congressman.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting our congressional office to celebrate the port's accomplishments today. Congressman Gonzalez could not attend today's event. However, he'd like to personally congratulate Chairman Steve Guerra and the Port Commission for their incredible achievements. In addition, he's also sent a short video to address the port's community and highlight their important work. Now, if you can please turn your attention to the screen to listen to a short message from Congressman Gonzalez. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Congressman Vicente Gonzalez. It's an honor to be speaking with you all at the Port of Brownsville annual State of the Port. I often say that South Texas is the gateway into America, and our Port of Brownsville is the gateway into South Texas. It is a center of commerce, trade, and opportunity that drives not just our local economy, but our states and our nations as well. In fact, just recently, the port generated an extraordinary $12 billion of economic activity, which supported over 66,000 jobs across the Lone Star State. And while the port's impact has been outstanding, the future looks even brighter. As you all know, the Port Brazos Island Harbor Improvement Project will deepen the channel from 42 feet to 52 feet. This project will ensure our port can support larger cargo vessels, reduce transit times, and remain competitive on the world stage. I was proud to have helped secure $68 million in federal funding through the bipartisan infrastructure bill to support phase 2 of this project. And rest assured that I will continue to work with all of you to secure additional federal resources for our port and beyond. And I look forward to our continued partnership. Again, thank you for the honor of speaking with you all today, and God bless all of us.
We thank our federal delegation for their continued support and for being champions of infrastructure, trade, and opportunity here at the Port of Brownsville and the Rio Grande Valley. I'll be back shortly, so please enjoy your meal in the meantime. We have an extraordinary program lined up for you today. As many of you who have had the pleasure of visiting our port know, there's always something exciting happening on the horizon. Earlier this month, on May 16, we commemorated our 89th anniversary at the Port of Brownsville. A milestone that marks nearly 9 decades of innovation and economic leadership throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Today, that tradition of service continues. As we reflect on 9 decades of advancement and impact, we now turn to our leaders at the helm who are navigating the port into its next era.
The Port of Brownsville is leading the way for economic progress and stability in the Rio Grande Valley. As chairman of the Brownsville Navigation District, I'm proud to share the tremendous impact our port continues to deliver, not just for our region, but for the entire state of Texas. Since 1936, change at the Port of Brownsville has been constant. However, a few things remain the same. Our dedication to our stakeholders and communities, and creating opportunities. According to our latest economic impact study in 2023, the Port of Brownsville contributed more than $12 billion to the Texas economy, a 400% increase from 2019. This impressive growth reflects our growing capacity and our commitment to sustainable success for generations to come. The Port of Brownsville supports more than 10,000 jobs locally, generating $1.1 billion for our local economy. And these aren't just jobs. These are livelihoods supporting families, building communities, and fueling opportunities. The benefits ripple beyond our region, providing more than 66,000 jobs and $3.8 billion in total personal income across the state. And we're proud that our successes at the Port of Brownsville mean success for Texans, connecting industries and innovation from our backyard to markets across the world. The numbers confirm what we already knew. The Port of Brownsville is a powerful economic engine. And this is more than just a port. This is power in motion. And we're just getting started.
Chairman Guerra reminds us of why we do this work, to make a difference, not just in our harbor, but in the lives of families across the Rio Grande Valley. Under his leadership, the Port of Brownsville has achieved record-breaking cargo volume and attracted transformative investments, including multi-billion-dollar projects. Just recently, during the RioPlex Summit, a cross-border initiative promoting sustainable development between the Rio Grande Valley and northern Tamaulipas, Chairman Guerra was appointed to the RioPlex Board of Directors, reinforcing the port's critical role as a catalyst for binational progress. It is my honor now to welcome to the stage a true advocate for our region, Chairman Esteban Guerra.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon with us. Thank you, Jorge, for the warm introduction. It's my pleasure to be with you today to celebrate progress, partnerships, and the growing force that is the Port of Brownsville. On our 89th anniversary, we shared that our port has climbed to the 41st position among top 150 maritime ports in the nation, according to the latest report from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. In 2023 alone, we handled over 11.2 million tons of cargo, a 23% increase over the previous year. This is our highest national ranking to date and a testament to the strength of our partnerships, our workforce, and the strategic investments being made across the port. Of course, none of this impact happens by chance. It takes consistent, thoughtful engagement with our port users, customers, and longtime tenants, the people who help keep the momentum going year after year. I'm pleased to introduce a message from someone who plays a key role in driving the Port of Brownsville's cross-border success, Vice Chairman Sergio Tito Lopez. Vice Chairman Lopez brings invaluable experience in logistics and transportation and has been instrumental in building relationships with Mexican companies looking to expand into the U.S. market, helping to grow new business opportunities at our port. Let's hear from Vice Chairman Lopez now.
At the Port of Brownsville, our logistics aren't just part of what we do. They're the driving force behind everything we deliver. My name is Sergio Tito Lopez, and I am proud to serve as the Vice Chairman of the Brownsville Navigation District. Connected to the Gulf of Mexico via our 17-mile-long Brownsville Chip Channel and linked to the Class 1 railroads, major highways, and deep water terminals, our port is strategically set for faster and more efficient cargo movements. In fiscal year 2024, the Port of Brownsville moved a record-breaking 28 million tons of cargo, a remarkable 57% growth compared to the cargo tonnage of 2023. This significant increase underscores the trust of our partners and the port's expanding role in international trade and its contribution to the economic development of Texas. That success is built on collaboration. We work hand in hand with our trusted logistical partners, railroads, trucking lines, freight forwarders, and custom brokers to keep supply chains moving and businesses growing across North America. Our foreign trade zone remains a high performer, consistently ranking in the top 3 of the nation for value of exports, handling billions of dollars of cargo each year. Seamless operations are driven by our highly trained, safety-focused, and skilled expert stevedores. They handle everything from bulk commodities to project cargoes with precision and care, connecting industries so goods move farther, faster. At the Port of Brownsville, we don't just manage logistics, we set the standard.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Lopez. In fiscal year 2024, total cargo tonnage reached 28 million tons, our strongest performance yet. That includes 634,000 tons of dry bulk, 17.4 million tons of liquid bulk, and 10 million tons of break bulk cargo. We also moved 12 million tons of commodities via pipeline. This increase in activity has powered significant progress across all modes of transportation. The port recorded 95,000 rail car movements, 450,000 truck movements, and 2,322 vessel calls, each representing growing opportunities for our partners and for our communities. Our rail partners at the Brownsville and Rio Grande International Railway, operated by Omnitrax, recently celebrated their 40th anniversary at the port. Congratulations to our partners at the Short Line Railroad. Let's keep up the great work and continue full steam ahead. On our roads, increasing truck traffic continues to reflect strong daily throughput at the port. More vessels, more cargo, more jobs. That is just one of the ways that we keep the region's economy moving forward. Our next message is from someone who has played a key role in shaping the Port of Brownsville's forward-looking strategy, Secretary John Reed. Secretary Reed brings a strong foundation in financial management, business development, and community engagement. As chairman of the Economic Development Committee, he has worked tirelessly to ensure the port continues to be a competitive force in global trade, leveraging our strategic location along the U.S.-Mexico border. Let's now hear from Secretary Reed as he shares how the Port of Brownsville is driving economic development in our region.
At the Port of Brownsville, we know location is everything. As the largest land-owning maritime port in the United States, we've got the space and strategy to grow. My name is John Reed, and I'm proud to serve as Commissioner for the Brownsville Navigation District. We are leading economic development in the region, working steadily to enhance the Port of Brownsville as a hub for innovation, investment, and growth for good-paying jobs. That's why we are proud to share updates on our newest development, a 118-acre business park designed to support manufacturing, logistics, and warehousing operations. It's a shovel-ready, infrastructure-equipped, and built for companies ready to move fast. Leading food manufacturer Westa Inc. has committed to a cutting-edge facility right here at the Port of Brownsville, claiming over 10 acres and creating more than 100 quality jobs for our community. It's a bold investment that speaks volumes about the port's power to deliver growth and opportunity. Why did they choose the Port of Brownsville? Because we offer more than just real estate. We offer reach, access to international markets, a skilled regional workforce, and direct access to world-class logistics infrastructure. It's proof that when companies are ready to grow, the Port of Brownsville is ready to deliver. The Port of Brownsville, where growth meets opportunity.
As Commissioner Reed highlighted, the Port of Brownsville isn't just adapting, we are leading. And we're proud to be at the heart of South Texas's industrial development. The work happening at the port is building more than just infrastructure, it's building opportunity. Every new investment, every new partnership, and every new job created is a step forward for our region. Being the only deepwater seaport on the US-Mexico border puts us in a very unique and powerful position. In a global economy where nearshoring is reshaping supply chains, our port is right where it needs to be and ready to lead. From energy to steel, shipbuilding, and beyond, we're driving business in the Rio Grande Valley and northern Mexico. With the Port of Brownsville serving as its vital economic hub, it is essential we provide reliable services and infrastructure that adapts alongside the needs of our port tenants and our users. It is now my pleasure to introduce Commissioner John Wood, a dedicated public servant and longtime civic leader in our community. Commissioner Wood brings a unique perspective shaped by decades of experience as a licensed real estate broker, entrepreneur, and former commissioner for both the City of Brownsville and Cameron County. Let's hear a message from Commissioner Wood on the Port of Brownsville's role in regional growth.
The Port of Brownsville is paving the way for a prosperous future. Hi, I'm John Wood, and I'm proud to represent our community on the Brownsville Navigation District Board of Commissioners. The maritime industry delivers Texas-sized results. For fiscal years 24 and 25, the Port of Brownsville is investing over $640 million in transformative infrastructure projects. A recent economic impact study shows that for every dollar invested at the port, more than $53 is returned to the Texas economy, creating jobs, generating growth, and economic value. Now that's impact. At the Port of Brownsville, we've made bold strategic infrastructure investments to meet the demands of modern global trade. From rehabilitating roads and docks to acquiring new equipment and expanding cargo patios and laydown yards, every project we undertake strengthens our ability to serve our partners and our region. Currently in the works, our Brazos Island Harbor Channel Improvement Project is one of the most transformative infrastructure initiatives in our port's history. We're deepening the ship channel from 42 to 52 feet, unlocking new capabilities and positioning the Port of Brownsville to handle larger vessels and greater cargo volumes. This strategic initiative enhances the port's competitiveness, improves safety, and opens new trade routes. The Channel Deepening Project is on schedule for completion by mid-2026. This project is funded through an innovative public-private partnership with the Port of Brownsville, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Next Decade LNG. With deeper waters and broader vision, the Port of Brownsville is setting our region on a course for long-term success.
Thank you, Commissioner Wood. Expansions at our port are strategic. We're planning for a sustainable future with responsible financial stewardship. With every dollar reinvested, we're building the port of tomorrow, stronger, smarter, and more resilient. New construction, expanding facilities, and incoming businesses are transforming our landscape. I'm honored to present the newest member of the Brownsville Navigation District Board, Commissioner Ernesto Gutierrez. Elected to the board in May of 2024, Commissioner Gutierrez brings a strong vision for growth and job creation to the Port Board. His professional background makes him a powerful advocate for both expanding existing opportunities and attracting new investments into our region. Let's hear from him now.
Business at the Port of Brownsville is transforming the landscape of the Rio Grande Valley. My name is Ernesto Gutierrez, and I am proud to serve as Commissioner of the Brownsville Navigation District. For the Port of Brownsville, opportunity isn't just on the horizon, it's happening right now. We are seeing billions in private investments flowing into the region, creating jobs, enhancing infrastructure, and strengthening our economy. Just off Highway 48, you'll see Forza Steel's 650,000 square foot facility under construction right here at the port, valued at more than $85 million. Taking advantage of the port's nearshoring capabilities, this state-of-the-art plant will bring over 600 new jobs, both direct and indirect, to the region, producing steel pipes and tubes for diverse industries. That's not all. Longtime port partner Ternium, a leader in steel manufacturing, has set their sights on the port with a $200 million development featuring a marine terminal. Growing business demands means big business, and Texan Cement is expanding its footprint, shifting from import to production with a new $42 million facility. The energy sector is growing at the port. In addition to ongoing terminal expansions, construction of next decade's Rio Grande LNG continues without interruptions, accomplishing milestones and on schedule with their timeline of completion. This project is already making a lasting impact in our region, bringing thousands of quality jobs to our communities. These developments are only part of the port story. We're moving forward to building a stronger future. We are the Port of Brownsville, where investment fuels progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. It's clear that whether we're attracting new tenants or modernizing existing operations, the Port of Brownsville is one of a kind. We are uniquely positioned to support businesses that thrive. Of course, these successes would not be possible if not for our people. Our workforce is the engine that keeps the port moving forward. Our final video for the afternoon, but certainly not the least, is by Mr. William Dietrich, Port Director and CEO. Since joining the port in 2022, Mr. Dietrich has continued to emphasize what truly drives our success, our people. Let's hear from him now.
At the Port of Brownsville, we believe people are the heart of progress. Behind every shipment, every crane, and every expansion, you'll find skilled hands and dedicated minds powering it all. I'm William Dietrich, and I'm proud to serve as the Port Director and CEO of the Port of Brownsville. With a bold vision for the future, our port is positioned to lead the next chapter in global maritime trade. Preparing for tomorrow starts today. That's why we've built strong partnerships with educational institutions and businesses to train and retain talent, ensuring our people have the tools to succeed. Among the ambitious programs that have boosted our labor's performance and capabilities is Texas A&M's Workforce Training Hub, dedicated to providing hands-on instruction and projects in advanced machinery, automation, and more, so our workforce can handle the challenges ahead. But that's not all. We believe in supporting students at every milestone. That's why graduating high school students within the Brownsville Navigation District are eligible for the Port of Brownsville Scholarship. Since 2020, we have awarded close to $200,000 and counting. It's one more way we're investing in the next generation of leaders, builders, and innovators. By fostering partnerships, creating opportunities, and preparing for the future, we are empowering individuals to thrive and communities to grow. Together, we're building more than a port. We're building a legacy of opportunity for South Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Dietrich. From skills training and job creation to career pathways and educational partnerships, we're helping people from across the region unlock their full potential and power the future. We celebrate all these accomplishments with deep appreciation for our partners, the port community, and especially our staff. My friends, I've said this time and time again, the hardworking men and women of the Port of Brownsville are the heartbeat of our organization. They not only make events like these possible, but it's their everyday efforts that are truly making a difference. Please stand to be recognized, our Port of Brownsville team. Right, I see a few of you all there. Thank you so much. In closing, rest assured the work continues and we will reach new heights together. We are so thankful for your all's support, and on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and your port family, I want to thank you all for taking the time to be here with us today. We hope to see you next year with even bigger record-breaking numbers. The future is definitely bright at the Port of Brownsville. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Chairman Guerra. And thank you as well to our SEAM Commission Thank you very much for everything. And, let's hear another round of applause for all those great announcements. This is truly your port at work. This now concludes the Port's 2025 State of the Port. Thank you for joining us today, and drive safe and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you very much.